It's going to get taken over by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law.
The people I know that are on it are Bobby. I mean, his name is either Bobby Ashley or Bobby Lashley, and I really should know that. He's like this giant black guy, and he and the people who are part of his crew, I know that they called, or at least as of last year, they called themselves the Hurt Business.
Hurt Business?
The Hurt Business. Right? They wear
angle.
Suits. And they're like,
okay.
we're cool. Like, we're like...
I don't care. You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you. If you actually think that I was just the right guy.
What the fuck? Eddie Kingston! You people love Eddie Kingston, right? Yeah! I know why. It's because he's a fat piece of shit just like all of y'all.
People aren't built tough anymore. They aren't built to grind. They're built weak, soft. They're used to second place trophies.
I hit things, but now I'm free. There are no strings on me.
In the history of this company. Let's fucking go.
And I'm gonna say it like, I'm gonna say it like how I say, I'm gonna say it like how I said in the New York Post. I have nothing but respect for my opponents. I have nothing but respect for my opponents.
jaBROni, jaBRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
Hello, everybody. What is going on? Welcome to the jaBROnis. I am your current reigning, defending, undisputed jaBROni World Champion. I got it. It's here. Topher McCann, joined with. I mean, he's got a chance to come get this back twice next week.
You know, I lost my hair. I lost that, so I need one of them back.
One, Mr. Mike Butler. Hello.
Oh, hey, yeah, that's my name.
Was our last match a hair for hair match as well?
It might as well be might as well have been. Yeah, there you go.
It was there the other day. I saw it. I swear.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
No, I had a hat on, so you didn't see it.
You sneaky bastard.
Yeah. So,
all right. But hair aside.
Yes. Next week, big weekend.
But again, just like last week's show, we had a bunch of dramas continuing.
Wrestling's not fun anymore, man. It's not. Everyone starts drama, or everybody has drama. It's not fun.
Like a lot everywhere.
A lot. It sucks.
So we're going to talk about some of these fools, some of the things going on. I don't know. Last week, kind of different from us. We went heavy AEW last week with all of AEW Drama Night.
It was like original jaBROnis. I remember when we first started, we were all about talking about AEW.
But then things changed. We could start there. I mean, there was.
We talk about it.
There was suspension. There were a secret suspension originally.
Yeah, let's start there. It's interesting.
They were building, it seemed, Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara for All Out.
Yeah.
There was even, that you saw a little bit in the intro there was on Rampage, they did promos for the match. But apparently, with Sammy calling Eddie a fat piece of shit, and apparently then Sammy responded with all this, saying that they go over things that are no-nos for promos, and apparently his relationship, his ex Pam was on there, like he can't mention her. A couple things that he said that were off limits, but he said that Eddie Kingston didn't say anything was off limits, so he went with fat piece of shit, and Eddie Kingston did not like that. And then he was also signing things on a stream, talking about hoping he'll see Sammy, and that
was that recent, or I thought maybe that was like a couple years ago or something.
No, that was before Dynamite. That was like that stream happened. I don't know if it was the day of or a few days.
Oh, really? That recent.
And he's a man of his word. So when he saw Sammy Guevara, apparently, I like, what did they say? Like pie face? Apparently, I guess like just
Sammy said there was like a pie face. He tried to pie face him, but then later on in that comment, I think he said he more so just touched his face, which I started to picture. Like, if it wasn't like a pie face and you just touched your face, like, what do you... Listen, man, don't call me fat, okay?
Caress.
Don't call me fat. Just don't do it, all right? That's the only... I won't talk about your ex. Just don't call me fat, okay?
And then he then tweeted yesterday, I think it was, about saying that Sammy is the victim in all this, and don't bully him online. He was trying to defend his coworker now. So I think Miro was getting involved, quote tweeting things saying, "Kid, they sound like fighting words," and I don't know. Miro's supposed to be this god figure. He's getting involved in this, trying to start fights. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The whole situation is so, I don't want to say dumb, but it's so immature, I guess. All right, so you got this, you got your way of setting up your promos, and if that's the rule, you go to whoever you're cutting a promo on, be like, yo, what do you not want said? What's on the table? What's off the table? Just let me know. And if Eddie didn't do that, then okay, that's on him. That's on him. Although it seems like AEW is a place where body shaming happens, and damn, Sammy should know better. I feel like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, he's been
underneath the badass that is Eddie Kingston. He's a cuddly little teddy bear. Okay, nobody knows that, but he is. I know he is. I've seen it.
And Sammy has had his problems in the past.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's Sammy fucking Guevara, the tooliest of tool bags that there is. And even, I think in that it didn't air, but the Eddie Kingston's promo was saying how he was saying nobody in the back likes him, and it's some of this stuff kind of was leaking out during the week, little stories here and there, but I don't know. That's a little bit. I believe it though. Nobody likes Sammy, right?
It's
yeah. I believe that. I believe that 100%. He looks like a guy that is very hateable. And it's not because of jealousy. It's not because who he's married to. It's your second fiance in a year. So chill with that.
He's greedy with the fiancés.
He's greedy with the fiancés.
Yeah. But we're going to continue with the high school drama here. We're going to keep going through it because we had which I don't know. I guess we should have started with this. It was more of the big story, but it was so quick that I forgot about it for a second. But we had the big unified AEW World Championship match between CM Punk and the interim champion Jon Moxley, and we saw a pretty quick match. We saw an attempted kick to Moxley's head with Punk's right foot, and he went down, grabbing it in pain. Moxley then attacked, and we had a quick victory for Jon Moxley. He is your now unified, solidified AEW World Champion, and we have a Dynamite this week coming up to figure out. There's many rumors with Mr. Meltzer saying that we're running this back at All Out. What are your thoughts on all of this?
Man, so I guess my thoughts were necessarily what the fuck. I mean, there's a lot. I think your thoughts, and this goes for everybody, not just me. Your thoughts are kind of all depending on what the situation is, and we don't know the situation. If he's really injured, then A, it was dumb to even put him in the ring. B, why'd you even have the match? Why don't you just go with this interim stuff until he's ready? Is there like a limit? Is there like a time limit? Like if he's out for like a year, does he just forfeit the title? Was that ever clarified? Like why put him in the match? Now, this is all in case he's fucking injured. Like shoot injured. Okay. So you got that. But if he's not injured and you do this match and you're going to do it at All Out again, the fuck are you doing? And that's where I'm leaning towards that way. I'm leaning towards Smelty here. I think that is going to be the main event. I don't think he's actually injured. And I think what that was a ratings grab. And then it's basically like, hey, anything can happen on AEW. So be sure to tune in every week. Every single week. Every week. And it worked. And it worked.
So you don't think the way he was selling the injury even just seemed like, yeah, there's no way that even if he did compete like at All Out, we're going to just see another squash because I feel like he's just going to.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get healthy in 10 days, but I'm sure. I mean, there's a miraculous way that he'll do it. And could you imagine if they just give it back to Punk? Then this really all doesn't make fucking sense.
That would just turn to give, like I said, I mean, if they do that, they would do some kind of shenanigans where he cheats and it completes the full blown heel turn that but still, is that the story that we're telling? Is that like, because everyone's like, you know, you go on Twitter, you start scrolling, then you fall into the deep hole of Twitter, and everyone's like, yo, this is the greatest story ever. When any other wrestling company would be getting cooked right now for doing the exact same thing. And I mean, and so right now, this is to all the stands and the Marks and the Steves. There's no wrongdoing here. This was a perfect angle to do. And I'm just like reading it. I'm like, I was just going to say that they went to, if anyone said anything negative about it, they like went to a full paragraph. Like, actually, the deeper meaning of this is so if they, and it's just going on. It's just like, whoa, you guys
all surrounding Punk's eventual heel turn. I'm just like, there's like so many ways you could have done this, you know? I mean,
it's like, dude, we don't have to break it down this much. We're not talking about something of like greatness, like Maximum Male Models or anything. Like we're just talking. I mean, just let's calm it down. Damn. Just calm it down.
Hopefully he's healthy. You know, I don't wish injury on anybody, but like in this case, I guess I kind of am. But even then, it like doesn't make sense. It does even if he was injured. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why have him in the ring if he is actually injured? Doesn't make sense. I don't know. I was confused. I was lost. And it wasn't the main event. That's a whole nother thing. Like, I get it now. I get why it's not the main event, because you don't want that fucking shit being the lasting image. But you build it up for however long, maybe a week, maybe longer, because everyone knew that this match was going to happen. You built this up. It's their first match in Dynamite or in AEW, right? I think so. And it's like, you built this match as the biggest match there has been in AEW. And it's not bigger than Ospreay and his buddies against whoever they fought. So
United Empire.
Yeah, whoever was in the main event
versus Death Triangle.
Oh, Death Triangle, and yeah, and the Empire guys.
Yeah, ratings declined, but apparently, hey, 5 stars for Meltzer though.
Hey, Melty, his ratings are as good as, effective as mine.
I was in and out of it. I remember just the one part right off the bat. They just kept running, ducking, doing the springboards, flipping over each. They were doing like the whole, like Jim
very cool
looking. Jim Cornette was looking. Like, but yeah, it was good. But
not actually moves.
And then I know they had the whole off-air shenanigans with Kenny Omega coming out, and
that was fun. That was funny. That was cool. That will bring me into what I don't know. Apparently, there's a lot on context with this, but I mean, and I'm going to admit I didn't read the actual article, but Matt Hardy comes out and says, if you don't like the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, you're a fucking idiot. Now, apparently, it's not what that sounds like if you read the article, but just from reading the headline, I'm like, I mean, I hate the Young Bucks, so does that just make me a regular idiot, not a fucking idiot? But Kenny Omega's cool, and what he did with Will Ospreay is pretty bad.
Yeah, so I mean, the one thing was weird. I mean, he was bragging about losing to Okada, like, and then referenced it to like, I beat Okada, but it was just like originally you were bragging about you both lost to Okada. Like, what are you bragging about that for? Don't even mention. Just mention that you beat Okada. And
see, he was pointing out the difference between him and Ospreay. That's what that was.
You just say I beat Okada. You didn't. You don't need to. You don't even need to reference that.
Oh, I know, but with the way he was going, I got it. It was cool. It was cool. I liked it.
I kid.
It's not for everybody. It's okay.
We have
Rollins
more
than Ospreay, though.
We have more drama. We have the just when you think it's like when an angel loses its wings, some other jabroni ass angel gets a wing or something. The same thing with AEW with interim titles. So as soon as we're right back, and I mean CM Punk gets a like 8-9 minute segment to relinquish, just say, but he ends up being the interim champ, like for. Instead, he's not even relinquishing it. Thunder Rosa gets less than 60 seconds in a backstage segment. I'm not saying she does not deserve this, but less than a minute backstage, and she's not even. Is it? She's just. Did she relinquish? Is it the same thing? She's gonna hold on to it, and at some point she's gonna come back and lose it to whoever.
Yeah. So apparently she's not expected to be out long. That's why they went the interim route, which again makes me think. Is there another way that you would have went? Like, do people get stripped of titles here? I don't know. Of course you're going to go that, because I'm trained to be like, of course you're going to go the interim route. You always have. So, but yeah, they're
but there's so many rumors out there about this, from the backstage heat to injury, apparently, to that she does not want to job to Tony Storm at all out. So people are referencing her to 97 Shawn Michaels. So I don't know what we got here, but we're going to have a 4-way for the women's title at All Out, I believe.
You're trying to tell me that somebody is injured and we need to crown a champion and we're not having a goddamn tournament?
I know, I'm pretty upset about it. I thought we were going to have like a 4-person turn, at least like you know, a
We're gonna have
four-way.
one match.
It's a 4-way, yeah.
Well, you know what? Come to think of it, it makes sense. I mean, at least the people in the match are probably the top ranked women in the company, right?
All right. Well, we have Tony
Right?
Storm,
Right?
I don't know. I think the rankings came out. I feel like maybe Athena should maybe be in this, but we know Tony Storm's in it. Obviously, Britt Baker's going to be in it. At this point, I'm surprised like Jade's not allowed in this. If we're not, I mean, doesn't she want all the? But I guess
who's in this?
Sheeta, Hayter, Baker, and Storm.
All right. So as of the 24th, which I think was this Wednesday, right? Or this past Wednesday?
Yeah. I think they did them Tuesday or Wednesday. They put the new ones out.
Of course. Tony Storm's number 1, Britt Baker number 2, Athena number 3, Anna Jay number 4, Jamie Hayter number 5. Where's Anna Jay?
So yeah, doesn't make sense. Obviously, I mean we have.
I mean, like I would love to see what this was before Wednesday or Tuesday, whenever they do them, but because I'm sure it didn't make fucking sense.
FTR, I believe, is still ranked number 1.
FTR is still number 1, but the Acclaimed's getting a title shot. Hangman, Powerhouse Hobbs, Jay Lethal, Darby Allin, Bryan Danielson are your top 5 men contenders. Not one of them is getting any type of title shot. Fantastic.
They still all right. So they didn't even announce they have. They're gonna have this casino ladder match.
Yes.
And is that for a future title shot?
Usually is.
So I mean that's where Bryan Danielson is actually going to be on the card. So I mean they're starting to. I mean I guess your heavy hitters who are not involved in, like, is Hangman going to win another title shot? Or
no, he's not. It's MJF. I have sources. It's MJF.
Oh my God! Have you been talking to X0? What's his name?
I'm assuming it's either Zero or Euro.
36.
Maybe a soft X.
So our number 1 news source is this guy on Twitter who can't spell segment properly. He can't spell words properly, and he always has the groundbreaking news. And what was it? We were going to be very shocked by the hit row.
It's very funny. He was actually on my feed as this got brought up. I was definitely not searching him whatsoever.
He's the fucking coolest.
He's got a lot of shit going on here. Yeah, so he's hinting at the Winged Eagle belt is coming back, which the rumor going around is that all the titles will be getting overhauled. I did hear that from multiple people, reliable people. He's hinting that it's a Winged Eagle. The Winged Eagle's coming back. Let's see.
This is where I get my news, man. This is why I've been saying
He said, all right, so this is what he said regarding MMM and Hit Row. Put it out earlier, but people wasn't getting the hint. You might find the MMM and Hit Row segment tonight very interesting. Now, I may have fallen asleep and bits and pieces of SmackDown. The last thing I remember seeing was, I guess, Los Lotharios giving Maximum Male models, or showing them at least, 2 cans of spray paint. Yes. And Hit Row's Party Bus. Did I miss anything after that?
They did earlier in the segment, because of all the MVP earlier in the week was tweeting like, "Oh, let's stop all putting black wrestlers and putting them together. Let's stop doing that." He said that earlier in the week, so they made a little joke about that where Hit Row and Street Profits all came up and they all met each other up, and they were like, "Oh, look at us, we're all." And they're like, about that money. And then so they made a little joke about that, which was great. So later on, there's there's a party bus and there's like strobe lights going on inside of it. So they get these spray paint cans, and obviously it's got to be Hit Row in there. So they put Hit Row sucks on the bus, and then Hit Row comes walking up and says like, oh, we can settle this in the ring. Like all this, like we don't care about this. We could settle it in the ring. That's not even our bus. Then they bounce, and then Street Profits come out and see the graffiti on there. Just like no one really cares about the graffiti at all, honestly. And it's setting up for, which I already know the result of. We're going to have Maximum Male Models, their in-ring debut against Hit Row. And my fear is going to come to fruition. So look forward to that next week.
But back to the Zero guy.
He's the best.
So I have found the one thing that I can and will call him out on if he is wrong. Because I've always been like iffy with him. And so is a lot of people. Is he guessing and just getting lucky? Is he actually have a source? He is heavily hinting. Heavily. Like saying it, just not with words. That Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, will be at Clash at the Castle. Of the Castle. At the Castle.
Has he been right about anything so far?
Like, yeah, but like it's like smoky rightness, I guess. Like
why would we have been surprised by the Maximum Male Models?
So right there, it's like it may be interesting, and if you find the Street Profits walking out of a bus interesting, then he's right technically. But if you're expecting somebody to debut or return, not that interesting.
The Maximum Male Models confused two black teams, and like is that what he thought? Like, is that what he thought that was going to be interesting? That's kind of
posted a GIF of the group in NXT. What are their names? Legado del Fantasma.
Oh yeah, they're on their way. I'm assuming they're going to Raw.
Maybe.
Hit Row just showed up on SmackDown. The family's coming. But Tony D'Angelo stays down.
He's got Velveteen Dream stuff on here. Like, what?
Yeah, Patrick Clark is back on the internet, and apparently I didn't read that, but I saw that he's I don't know.
Here's a good one that I actually hope is true. Early report, there's talks about the Rumble having some bad news. Can't wait. I hope that is true.
I saw some interview with him saying where he has like the itch or whatever, but he's very happy with NXT. He just re-signed the other day for 2 years. So
I think he's just like trying to like pass. Like I think he's just trying to pass like the spoilers that came out for SmackDown next week as like he reported it. Like I'm just seeing a whole bunch of this stuff. Oh, Cross debuts next week.
Dude, he's awesome. He's the best.
But I'm marking my calendar next week. If I don't get Bray Wyatt,
we're done. We have to change. We have to get a new news source.
I'm finding a new source.
We gotta go to Brad Shepard. Is he we're still saying with X0.
I would probably still stay with Zero. X0 is my hero. Brad Shepard is just awful.
Everyone's awful.
They are. You're right. We're not awful though. That's because we don't have sources.
It's time to bounce all over the place. Vince turned 77 this week. Birthday celebration. We're celebrating with John Cena and his smoking hot wife. There was outside images of Pat McAfee and Brock Lesnar.
What a crew! What a crew to fucking roll with.
Apparently,
and I love just. Can I just tell you how much I love the consistency of Pat McAfee wearing the black tank tops all the time, and that look like I'm sure That is a very nice establishment that they all went and enjoyed some dinner at. And this motherfucker rolls up in a black fucking tank top. Are you kidding me?
Just reminded me of, I remember, the League.
Of course. Love that show. One of like my top 5 favorite shows.
Jason Mantzoukas, who played Rafi, he does a podcast, How Did This Get Made? And but just in his life in general, he said that he doesn't worry about wearing clothes, so he just wears the same thing every day. So it's just like white t-shirt and jeans. He's like, I don't want to waste any time having to think about how having to change myself or anything or what this color or anything. So he's just like, all of the clothes I wear are the exact same things. It's mostly with McAfee. It's an easy.
I can see McAfee getting up in the morning, opening the closet, like, what's it gonna be today? Just black tank top, black tank top. I think I'm gonna go tank top.
And he's got the small little closet with like the shorts and the tuxedo top or whatever. That's for the most part.
He's got like sparkly ones. Yeah.
But yes, we had the birthday celebration.
He had himself a little something on the arm piece too.
People were, I don't know.
It wasn't Linda.
It was not.
It was not Linda. I'm assuming that I think it was said that they haven't been together for a while.
So, all right, Vince, that's awesome. Fantastic.
Not bothered by anything.
How fantastic would it have been to just be a fly if they allow flies in that restaurant on that table? And hopefully flies have really good hearing. They could hear the fantastic conversations that happen.
That's why I don't like that saying, because you don't know if flies can fucking hear, dude.
I know. That's why I always have to reiterate, like the fly that I'm gonna be is gonna.
I've never seen a fly with fucking ears before.
Superb hearing. They're gonna hear so well.
I hope so.
But we also
would have been funny though. That would have been funny to eavesdrop on.
All over that, just Cena and Vince and just I don't know. Very interesting. We also had. Chris Jericho hinted at that he was potentially the one that WWE reached out to, even using the word #tampering in a tweet earlier this week.
What did he say? What did he say?
Somebody tweeted saying, "Need a Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Chris Jericho faction. Make it happen, Y2J." And then Jericho replied, well, some higher ups want that to happen sooner than later. #tampering. So he quote tweeted it.
Fuck, shut up, Jericho.
Because we didn't mention also they had a talent meeting before Dynamite.
Yes. Which may or may not have gone okay.
They said that they addressed that the lady. She sent a message to Nick Khan and Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, Tony Khan's AEW's legal team. And I posted many times, that Nick and Steph are probably like, I'll fucking tamper with whoever I want to. What are you going to do about it? Shut the fuck up.
So there's that. There was Warner Brother Discovery.
I would hope that, like, Jericho doesn't fucking, like, I don't know. Like, Jericho's so cool. But, like, if he went to his little boss and was like, hey, man, they're talking to me, and they're not allowed to, it's kind of uncool. Especially if they didn't actually contract tamper. Which, again, I still don't know what it means,
I'm 50-50 on it, where it's like, yeah, maybe, or it's like he's maybe looking out for if they're doing that with him because they're comfortable, even because he was there for a long time. But he's like, oh, maybe they're doing it to these young guys also, and they might not know what to do, and they might not speak up about it. So I don't know. I could see both sides of.
Yeah, sure.
Again, I really don't care. If Jericho decided to go back in a few years, it wouldn't surprise me. If he stayed at AEW, it wouldn't surprise me either. I wouldn't really. I mean, if he shows up in another company, yeah, it's always going to be a cool moment. But he's still doing Still doing good work.
Oh yeah, still huge moneymaker.
And yeah, I mean that's really all in that. They need to tone down their language and cut the shits out and stuff because I don't think they said anything about blood. I think it was more language.
Yeah, it was more language and stuff, and apparently, like people are taking that out of context. I guess.
Everything gets.
Yeah, and I don't click the articles. I just read the headlines.
That's what we need to. I mean, who's got time for all that stuff?
Yeah, man. I mean, come on.
Like, if we're fucking idiots, if we don't like the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, boom. I don't need to waste my time.
I don't understand the big deal. Like, if maybe they can like bleep out the stuff. Like, is it still like bad if they bleep it out so it doesn't get heard? Because if that's the case, then you just stream it on Fight where it's uncensored. If you're looking for your swear quota,
or if they have I mean, they're on a delay. So if they went with that approach, I don't know how that all works actually.
Yeah,
I would assume
it's
that
like,
would still be.
Can I say whatever I want as long as you bleep it out, or like can I not? You know,
And then
I'm assuming that it's not like that, because if that were the case, I feel like we'd be hearing F-bombs all the time and just getting bleeped out.
I feel like they should do that even with what they're using now. And then it makes you interested in maybe going to Fight or going on their social media and seeing what was real. Like, oh, what did he say? It instantly gets like kind of like a buzz about something when someone goes off. Like with the MJ, I mean, still with that MJF, like when you went to Fight and you're like, wow, he dropped that F-bomb, really? Like, but they bleeped it out on like, I don't know, that more gains buzz, attraction. Cursing's cool. Cursing's so cool. Cursing is cool. Cursing is cool.
Cursing is cool.
Complaining backstage about things is cool. If you don't want to lose to someone, just relinquish your title. So, I mean, there's some of the news stories through the week, but we can go through some of these shows. We talked about Dynamite for a little bit, but in the beginning of the week, the big story, it's one of the things in the title here, just nonchalantly, right from commercial break, right around the 10 o'clock hour, we had the return of Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano came down, cut a promo. He is back in WWE. He is on the Raw brand. And oh my God, he needs to find Ciampa, and they need to
like immediately. I don't care if they fight each other. I don't care if they team up. I'll take either one, but immediately they need to. I was so mad at myself, Toph. Look, you know, I mentioned it to you the other day. There are times where, you know, you're watching Raw or SmackDown or Dynamite, whatever, and you know you're not feeling the matches, and you just kind of want to go through the promos. You know what I'm saying? And
or Rampage. We watch Rampage too.
Yeah, of course, Rampage and Impact.
On Access.
Monday night was one of those nights. I mean, I got done work at 9. I wanted to catch up. The Phillies were on. I have to catch up and like watch everything live. So I was fast forwarding all the matches and stuff. And god damn it, I fast forwarded too much, and I saw the big Tron that says Gargano, and I'm like what? And I rewind back, and I'm like, no fucking way! Just out of commercial break? Like no, like why can't it always be that?
Yeah, I was looking down.
Everybody was
something, and then I just heard
playing on their phone or something.
I heard the clapping, and I was like, "That's Rebel Heart." Wait, and then it all registered. I was like, "Oh, here we." Kind of figured this was going to happen. This is fantastic. But as soon as it happened, I was like, "Oh my God, this is where we get Ciampa away from the Miz. Can we just get? I mean, I'm sorry. Give me DIY. I miss them. I want them together."
Yes, I mean, who's going to take care of the Usos? Who's going to beat the Usos? Is it DIY or is it Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? I'm thinking it's DIY.
No, Kevin Owens needs to be like world champion. He needs one of those titles.
So does Finn. You know what? Finn needs to be world champion.
We just want all the NXT guys though.
I want all the world. I want so many world titles.
Let's Let's do it. We need to update this. There's been so much drama with this. We debuted this last week, but we need and oh my god, this is updated too. Wait until you see this right now. I think you're gonna be so excited about this. It's time for Butler Bracketology.
All right.
Yes.
Well, okay, here we go. So this past Monday we had Asuka and Alexa Bliss take on Io Sky and Dakota Kai, and I gotta tell you, before this, I think it was before this, we were told that Toxic Attraction is injured. What? And now there's a second chance fatal 4-way match on SmackDown to determine who will face Raquel, Gonzalez, and Aaliyah. Problem with that is that whoever loses this Asuka and Alexa Bliss versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai match, they're fucked because they're not going to be in that match. So they don't get a second chance. Just the fuckers that lost first, who had no chance in the tournament. They get nothing. Okay, they don't get a second chance. No, you're done. Anyway, this match went on for a long time. Went on for a very long time. It was also, preceded or followed. I don't know the word, but Trish Stratus was there. Trish Stratus was there. Had a little verbiage with Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, but that doesn't matter because this is Butler Bracketology and this is all about the tournament. Io Sky, Dakota Kai get the win. Very, very, very interesting finish. Very interesting finish. Asuka thinking she has the win. Not fucking with the legal person. And then I think it was Io Sky who got the pin. And Io Sky is just a treasure. Io Sky's a treasure. Do you know that? Like the ring announcer announcing Io Sky, and she's like, Io Sky, like at the same time. It's very, very, very awesome. So yes, as I predicted, Io Sky and Dakota Kai are going to the finals, which we found out last night will take place next Monday on Raw. Meanwhile, let's go to the other semifinal.
Let's go to the West bracket.
We have the last chance fatal 4-way tag team match. It is Dana Brooke and Tamina versus Shotzi and Xia Li versus Nikki Ash and Doudrop versus Natalya and Sonya Deville in a second chance fatal 4-way advance to the semifinals. And in what may be called a fucking stinker of a result, Natalya and Sonya Deville fucking win for some odd reason, not Shotzi and Xia Li.
The match was not.
In fact, that was the only. Those are the only two that I would want to see win because everybody else, I'm just, yeah. Anyway, look, here's the bottom line. When you have Raquel, when you have Aaliyah, you need somebody to, I guess, you need them to beat somebody. Why not the two? I guess you could say Sonya's a vet. I don't know. She's not really doing much, but let's have them. Let's have them take the L because there ain't no chance it's going to be Natalya and Sonya Deville against Bayley's little crew. Oh no, it's going to be especially after Bayley and Aaliyah had the match on Raw, which I neglected to talk about because again, it's not part of the bracket, and I don't give a fuck about that. I care a fuck about this,
obviously.
But anyway, so we get Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah versus Sonya Deville and Natalya. Winners go on to face Io Sky, Dakota Kai for the Women's Tag Team Championships on Raw. Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah win. Stare down with Dakota Kai, Io Sky. And that's where we're going on Monday night. Winners will be Women's Tag Team titles, and I fully expect a possible Sasha Naomi return to Monday Night Raw. Right after the match. Right after. and I don't think there's another.
I don't know. They might hold up because then I don't think they would make them return, and then they would have the pay-per-view.
Well, that's very simple. I mean, hey, we're watching you, but we're not gonna fucking travel to fucking Cardiff, all right? So just do what you got to do over there, and then next Monday we're gonna be fucking. We're gonna be coming for it. Essentially, that's what that kind of
keep
is.
Doing it, yeah.
It's kind of what that is. Yeah.
All right, so we're Damage Control, right? We're gonna be. That's who we're seeing win on Monday, most likely.
Is that their name, Damage Control?
I'm pretty sure that's like the name they're trying.
Io Kai and Dakota Sky. No, Io Sky, Dakota. Whose fucking idea was it to change your goddamn name? This is so fucking stupid. It's so unfair.
They're 1,000% winning this thing.
Io Shirai and Dakota Kai. How about that shit? Fuck. God damn it.
Dude, solid segment. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's up to the minute. Like, we're all set. We know everything that's happened until Monday. I think there was an injury. There was an injury. I saw that apparently, I don't know if this was on with Nikki Ash apparently, and she hurt her ankle.
I thought that was kayfabe. Or not kayfabe. Kayfabe? Kayfabe. Yeah, thought that was not real.
But I saw, like, as soon as the match was over, I saw Dewdrop run over and, like, baseball slide to see if she was okay, and then ended up picking her up. I was like, Dewdrop rolls. So, I mean, let's just put all the titles on Piper. Boom.
There you go.
Just randomly. We had anything. What else was on?
I mean, we neglected to mention, and I think it should be mentioned, with Johnny Gargano, and you have Theory coming out and stuff. It's just,
I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah, it's just perfect. It's perfect booking, and I hope, and I like Theory. I do. And maybe this is just me being all types of hype on Johnny right now, but I want Johnny wrestling with that briefcase. I really do. And I want somehow, some way, Ciampa to beat Roman Reigns for the world title.
I mean, people seem to think that's a possibility. With Theory maybe putting his briefcase on the line at some point. I don't know if he would I
don't think that's going to happen.
Even at the degree, I would not. If I was Theory, there's no way I would do that. There's been this unsuccessful. I mean, people have lost it in a courtroom before as well. So I wouldn't trust any of this. I would just hold on to that, cash it in when I want to. I'm starting to lean now like he's going to be unsuccessful. He just reminds me of
I've always kind of thought he'd be unsuccessful.
Originally, I didn't think so, but for now, more and more I'm seeing it now. I can see, just like when Corbin had it, and you just knew, like, there's whatever he does, it's not, and they did it, but you just, I don't know, I have that feeling. And like when the Miz had it, we were saying like he's gonna win he won the title. Like I don't know.
I agree, and it just sucks because, like, I understand that not everybody can win it every time because it ruins a surprise and stuff, and you don't want to be that predictable. But it just feels like a waste when somebody doesn't win with it, and then that'd be two ways because, the women's one's already cashed in and that shit can't last more than a day. So it's just a shame, but I agree. I don't think Theory's winning the title.
I mean, again, if you
one day, kid, one day.
Yeah, I believe so. We still have all this, which I wasn't really up to date on all of it because I didn't follow it as closely, but I didn't know they were still doing this fucking index relationship on two shows. I thought we were fucking done with this. These idiots are index. He's like he left letters. I didn't know. I thought we just had him being a creature.
You didn't know this was going on?
I thought we were done with all of this. Why can't he just be?
This
You
is
not watch. I just don't like it.
This is Triple H's WWE now. Okay, storylines are going to have continuation. You goddamn it! All right, can't just forget about your wife. You know,
But no, this character, even though he was doing this before NXT, when he came on NXT, this is what he was. This Triple H had it, and he debuted him as the creepy guy who didn't say anything. He slid into the ring. Why does he need to be in a relationship? The real Dexter, this doesn't work out for him. Do you want to know what happened to Dexter's wife?
so what do you suggest that be done? Because rumors are rampant that Indy Hartwell is on her way to Raw.
Keep her away. Keep her on. They're not in a real
How do
relationship.
you explain that, though?
Life.
How do you explain that, though, bro? How do you explain that?
They should have never been together in the first place.
Doesn't matter. They are. They have been. They've done it. You got the condom thing. Remember? That was great TV.
He should be asexual. He should not be interested in women. He should be interested in being a creepy bastard and murdering people.
He can still do that.
No, I don't think so.
You're saying creepy bastards aren't married?
She's weighing him down. He's not as creepy with her. He's a softie. He's not as threatening.
Yeah.
Because we know
big ass dude getting arrested on NXT. He's a softie. Fuck out of here.
He's a softie because you know who answers you know who's the boss at the end of the day? This chick with like a bobbed ponytail. He answers to her. So why am I going to be scared of him?
Because of his mustache?
But no, in all seriousness, though, I just missed the original.
And you get that on Raw. It's not like they're doing it on Raw.
I thought they kept it pretty, I thought it was set. Yeah, I didn't know that it was, and it's cool that they're doing it between the two little intertwining storylines. It's fine or whatever. But whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I'm done with it now.
Good on you.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
What do we have? Anything with Hot Bobby or I'm trying to think anything of SmackDown even. Did they pulled the I'm in a wheelchair and have a blanket over me and
New Day?
Xavier Woods returned. So they're having like some kind of Viking no DQ match.
For me, the only real notable thing on SmackDown that wasn't Drew McIntyre and that wasn't Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn was the in-ring segment with Walter and Sheamus. And I'm super stoked for that match. Like, I'm real excited for it, and I don't get excited like that for matches anymore. But I'm super stoked to see what the fuck goes on. And apparently you got what the fuck's his name, Butch, next week in a match, but not wearing Butch. He's wearing Pete fucking Dunne. He's wearing bruiserweight shit, and I'm like real pumped about that. Sorry if we're spoiling any SmackDown for next week, but I mean,
one thing about this that gets me upset looking forward to the match. I'm so sick of these angles with Walter where my boy Ludwig all the time has to lose to either whoever Gunther's facing, one of their goons always has to beat Ludwig all the time. And I don't like this. Ludwig's the man. He should be beating all of these jobbers he's wrestling. And Ludwig's just going to keep losing. And then he's going to keep getting chopped and disrespected. But besides that, they're the best. And I love them. But Ludwig, he's not getting the respect he deserves. Again, and I'm done. I'm done. Son of a bitch. When's Johnny Curtis coming back?
Soon. He'll get there. I want to know when Tyler Breeze is coming back. He's just chilling with Xavier on Up, Down, Down, like watching all of his wrestling buddies, and he's just like what is he Like every time someone leaves to go to their match, he's got to be thinking like, huh.
I mean, we will probably. He's bringing everyone back soon enough.
Like,
it's gonna be.
Come on, he's there every day. Like, just give him a contract, bro.
You know, in like 3 weeks at like 10:03, we're coming back from commercial. You're just gonna hear, "Oh my god, it's
dude!"
Tyler.
I would lose my shit. I would lose it.
Selfie stick and all.
Oh my god, I would lose my absolute shit if
Prince
I heard that song again. Oh my god, that's good.
I really don't know. That would be spoiling because that happened on the tape SmackDown. Yeah, I mean, I there's nothing else really newsworthy on the two shows. I thought really.
No, it was like there were some good quality entertaining TV shows this week, but as far as newsworthy, no, there was no newsworthy stuff.
Now, we did talk AEW already, but
we sure did.
I do want to. There's something going on currently in AEW, and again, this is your department, so again, we have to get into it one more time. I know you did it once.
Anything AEW may not be my department,
but still, you have to fake it. Here we go. You're our resident tournament expert, and let's go. All right. So I just found out about this, like full bracket, like the one side, like it says Trust Busters versus Best Friends was one of the. I was like, how does Trust Busters even? They were just created like not too long ago. They're in this thing, but I think we're almost set.
Okay. I'm going off of. Not an updated one. So we have Will Ospreay and an Aussie Open. They're going to face the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. That's one semifinal. And in the other semifinal, we now have Dark Order versus either the Trust Busters or Best Friends. Now, if I was asked, hey, who are in the Trust Busters? I would say, but I do think it is Sonny Kiss, Parker, Brock Lesnar, and that is all I know.
The dude looks like Jamie Kennedy from Malibu's Most Wanted with the Kangol hat, like turned sideways with spiky hair.
Kip Sabian?
No, there's some like dude who literally like some kind of like white rapper kind of dude from Malibu's Most Wanted.
I don't necessarily know who is in the Trust Busters essentially, so I'm going to go off and assume that those three people are the ones that are going to be in this thing. Now, I didn't watch the main event of Dynamite, so I don't know about the Empire and Death Triangle. I'm sorry. Didn't watch it. I know flips happened. That's all I know about that. I didn't watch House of Black and Dark Order because I don't watch Rampage because, you know, it's on late at night for me, I guess. It can't be on at 10 o'clock. It can't be on at 6:30 because that's too early for me. Anyway. And I'm probably not. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I'm probably not going to watch Trust Busters and Best Friends whenever that happens. So I'm going to make a prediction anyway for you. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right here. In an upset, I guess.
Oh wow!
The Dark Order is going to be either the Trust Busters or Best Friends. And they're going to go to the finals.
So Dark Order already won. So they're going to either be... Did that match already happen, the Trust Busters? And
I don't know. Who's wrestling for the Dark Order?
Reynolds, 10, and Silver, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still going with them. All right. Dark Order, going to the finals. Congratulations. I knew you had it in you. Will Ospreay and Aussie Open versus Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. I'm going to tell you this right now. Probably not going to watch this match either. But
that's why you're the
if I were to watch this match, knowing my hatred for the Young Bucks, knowing the potential story there is with Young Bucks and Omega versus Dark Order, I'm going to go Young Bucks and Omega are going to go to the finals of the Trios tournament against Dark Order. And here's the catch. I want to do this to you right now. I'm a big fan of the underdog. I love the underdog. And I think, there was 8 teams. I think Dark Order would be the 8th seed. So we got the Cinderella story. 8th seed in the finals against, let's call them the 1 seed. I think Dark Order wins it. Wins it all. You hear that? You hear that? This isn't even working. It's not even plugged in.
It's a prop.
It's a prop, guys. It's a prop.
Are you saying that maybe what's his name? Oh my god, why can't I think of who comes out with Omega?
Don Callis.
Don Callis maybe is out there and is about to get involved, but Hangman stops it. And somehow, like, I could see some.
No, honestly, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking that Adam Cole and Red Dragon get involved.
Because if Hangman's going to be in their corner, I'm assuming, and I'm assuming Nakazawa and Callis would be in, so they could do something with that. Yeah, what the fuck is going on with?
Yeah, I don't know where they've been. I'm assuming they're still around, so I figured that's where they would make themselves known.
Has Adam Cole been on? He hasn't been on TV.
He hasn't been on TV.
He's not on the. I mean, he's healthy. I think he's back though, right? I think
I want to see him
again. I guess they're gonna have to put people in this casino.
Yeah,
ladder match. So all these people with question marks. So we're getting towards the end here. But we already said, "Oh my god, what the hell."
No!
All right, I put it up with tape for now, so hold on, let's see.
God damn it. You can't just give him tape. You got to give him the sticky gum shit.
I know, it was stationary.
Oh my god, again.
All right, I'm just going to keep them in my lap for now. Okay, so.
There's the TikTok clip.
Hello, you Johnny Curtis. All right, so. We are going to be doing the next show this coming Thursday.
Can you run the thing again so I can take these off?
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
We're not doing this anymore.
Continuity is a great thing, and also Dark Order with your upset pick.
Yeah,
expert, nice, solid.
So much better.
I propped them up like right here. See how long you can stay there.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you shine that belt?
I wiped it down. It's spotless, actually.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It looks great.
It's
I can kind of see the show logo.
But with the 2 pay-per-views coming up next week, I mean, Clash is going to be at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and then we have All Out on Sunday night. So we are going to be.
That I'll be able to watch.
You're going to be working during Clash?
I work 3 to 9, so I'll catch
the beginning part. But yeah, so we are going to be making our predictions Thursday. I think we're going to do Thursday. We're going to do 4 in the afternoon. And it's mainly going to be a prediction show because we're going to have to predict. We'll talk about real quick. We'll run through Raw and Dynamite. And then we're going to hop right into making our picks for the Clash and All Out, 2 separate jaBROni World title defenses.
So this isn't one big title defense.
No, we could do that, but we could also just do each one. But I feel like by Thursday, that's it. If anything's added or anything, I think we should definitely know how many matches are going to be official by Thursday. So
I agree.
Yeah, we'll do 2 separate ones.
All right. That works.
So we'll be all set with that. But before we get out of here, we have to do jaBROni of the Week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
Oh, yes, jaBROni of the Week. There's been so many fools to choose from, but I'm just going to go. I don't even care about the alternating reports of people upset, injury, all this other nonsense. It's going to be Thunder Rosa. She is my lockdown. It's happened before, but I don't know. This is the full-blown what goes around comes around effect on you hurting people. I mean, there's more than several occasions of it happening. The sandbagging comments, of course, and then you coming out with the sandbagging t-shirt, flapping or whatever. And while you're doing this, your coworkers apparently are hating you because you're stiff. And I mean, again, the proof is out there. And then now you're apparently injured and there's all these other, it all just comes down to just being a jaBROni. And yeah, I guess you have respect for all the people you work with or whatnot, but nobody cares. You're jaBROni of the Week.
Well played. Well played. Well played.
So
I got a question.
What?
Should I go serious or should I go funny? Or not so serious? Because it's not necessarily funny, but it's not necessarily serious. Nah, it's pretty serious.
Do both.
You want me to do both?
Yeah, do both. That was what I just did there was like kind of serious, but also I'm joking around, but I'm also very serious though.
Okay, all right. That's fair. That's fair. All right. So
I didn't get that.
Shut
Could
up.
you try?
My watch talking all of a sudden. It's wild. So 2 stories came out. We've talked about one of them today, but another story outside of the wrestling world came out, and I wasn't going to touch this. But reading the details that came out on Twitter yesterday, I must say it's appalling. It's appalling, Toph. If you're a fan of the NFL, you will. If you're a fan of the Buffalo Bills, you will know of a man named Matt Araiza. I don't know. He got into some heat, and he's made him a little name for himself now during the Bills preseason because he's got like a fucking leg on him. That's not all he's got on him. Apparently, he's got chlamydia too. Anyway, he got into some business. I won't go into too much of detail, but let's just say he definitely got accused of doing something to his 17-year-old girl with a couple of his buddies. Yeah. And just I don't know if did you see the details that came out on this, Toph?
I saw there was 2 like when you post the photos on Twitter,
yeah,
and they're next to each other, but I
this
didn't.
is exactly what I'm talking about.
I didn't read.
You gotta take a look at that stuff because some of it A is gross, B doesn't make fucking sense at all. And I think when you read it, you'll see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Is this what Matt Hardy meant about context? It's the same thing when if you don't like Kenny and the Bucks, you're an idiot.
No, like as a dude, you're like this one part, you're thinking like, why would he do that? Weird. Anyway, so there was a lot of conversation yesterday because the Bills had their final preseason game. A lot of conversation about if he was going to play or not, and they didn't say anything about it. And nothing came out until like maybe, I don't know, an hour before game time. Turns out former Eagles legend, USC legend Matt Barkley was the punter for the Bills last night, and he did a very good job. So Matt, I know in this society it should be innocent until proven guilty, but unfortunately in this society it is guilty till proven innocent, which also means you are jaBROni until proven innocent. You are jaBROni of the week, sir, until we get the facts straight, which you said. You came out and said that was nonsense. It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi.
We can retract things if
we
things
can,
come out, but if not,
we've never retracted a jaBROni of the week. I don't think it's going to change, but there's a first time for everything.
There could be. That's true, but I mean, for now,
yeah. Second one, and this is not getting retracted whatsoever, and I don't give a fuck what Eddie Kingston says. I don't care if he wants us to drop it. I don't care if he wants us to let it go. I don't give a fuck. Sammy Guevara is jaBROni of the week. In my opinion, he's like way out there ahead for a jaBROni of the year. Like something monumental will definitely have to happen to somebody. I mean, Vince is up there, and the Vince and Sammy are like neck and neck. They're like neck and neck. But just personally, bro, you rub me the wrong way, okay? You rub me the wrong fucking way. Even if you didn't call Eddie a piece of shit or a fat piece of shit, whatever you called him, you're a bigger piece of shit, bro. You suck, all right? Nobody likes you. Nobody. Except for your wife, but, whatever. That happens. You and your pictures on tropical islands and your bricked up bathing suits. Shut the fuck up.
Your great body.
Your 12-pack abs and your great hair.
Chiseled features. Great jawline.
And your successfulness. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
You're jaBROni of the week, too. But, I mean, like, don't do what Matt did, because that's really bad.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
All right. Solid. jaBROni.
I'm done.
Good stuff.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
Yay. So much fun. Yay. jaBROnis, fools, jaBROnis, all the same.
Losers.
All right. So that's another one in the bag. We gotta, like we said already, next week, big weekend. 2 huge premium live events, or a one premium live event, 1 pay-per-view. Yeah, I don't want to upset people saying not using the right pronouns for these up.
I gotta use those PLEs.
Yes. But again, we'll plug away here. YouTube.com/the jaBROnis pod.
We did it.
We're over 1,000. So Thank you very much. 1,000 subscribers.
The road to 2,000 is heavily underway as we are sitting at 1,500 subscribers right now. So
is that it? Really?
It's 1,500.
I thought it was 10.
think.
I thought it was 1050. I think it did the 1.05.
Did it?
Yeah, I think
it did. I got excited. All right, that's still fine. That's still fine.
So
I don't know how to read the 1.1s.
I didn't know they did that. I thought they just kept it at 1.
That would have been great.
1.5, but hey, slow and steady, but just a little bit over a month into this. So again, if you're watching this on Twitter or I know Twitch, but we're listening on Spotify, whatever, we have the YouTube channel, youtube.com/the jaBROnis pod. You can follow us on Twitter, jaBROnis pod, Twitch, jaBROnis pod. And then, yes, us here. He's over there. Madcap jaBROni, Mr. Butler.
I'm also on TikTok at Butler1127. Go check it out. I need some bumps up there too. Okay, great content.
Hilarious stuff.
Some of it is. Some of it's
not. I'm just this the only I hang out there. On Twitter, I am happy jaBROni. So happy. So you can go follow there. But mainly I'm mainly creeping on our not creeping. I'm running this jaBROnis pod. Always just trying to find some things. Like that tweet yesterday with who do you think's gonna win this? And they have a picture of Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. Like, come on.
I don't know. I don't know. Like fucking.
I know you're saying you think it might happen, but
Shayna is the underdog according to betting sites. Oh, also, can we stop for a sec? Can we stop? I know we're about to log off. I know we're about to log off, but I need to say something. Okay, this is not my AEW like hatred thing or nothing. Like I don't hate them, but like that's what people call it. I don't. It's not. This isn't this. This week. AEW Fight Forever, the new video game. Okay. The gameplay came out at Gamescom or whatever it's called. Gamescom. Okay.
Omega, Adam Cole.
Yeah. Literally just saw this scrolling through Twitter and it caught my eye and it was fucking like, what? All right. So apparently, I don't know, this Gamescom gives out awards, right? And AEW Fight Forever wins Best Sports/Racing Game Award at Gamescom 2022. I don't know what you're basing this award off of, but how do you give an award for a game that's probably still in like beta? It don't make sense. How are you going to give out an award for a game that's not even out yet? Well, if the game's trash.
Yeah, apparently I saw a tweet too. Someone from IGN gave like a review of it saying that it's not like, but it's very close to the feel of if you liked that No Mercy game, like this is the
and they do the chess block. I don't know if you saw that or remember.
Yeah, there was more slower, way more arcade than if you're used to the 2K. It's way, but I mean, again, we'll see. It looks cool. I mean, I'm
definitely not spending $60-$70 on it, so I would hope that they like bring it down to like $40. I
don't know,
but I just wanted to bring that up because that didn't make any fucking sense to me.
We did a one-wing angel off the top rope. You saw that?
Oh, they actually did that.
That was that finish of that match. The one that they showed is, he does the one-wing angel on the climbs the top rope and does it. It's pretty sweet.
It's pretty cool.
Now I'm done. Fine. Well, let's get ready. This Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We back live predicting all of the shows next weekend, and then we'll clip them out. And we'll also put our predictions on the YouTube channel as well. So look for that. All right. Until then, jaBROnis. Out.
jaBROni, jaBRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.